Hello, this is Wonenter, and you may call me One, and I am going to make fun of. Hello, this is Wonenter, you may call me One, and I am. Oh, what am I gonna do? People are gonna hate me for this. Oh man, so many people are gonna hate me for this. Straight face, straight face. Hello, this is Wonenter, you may call me One, and I'm going to make fun of Jack's Korean. So people are saying, oh my god, Jack is so fluent in Korean. Oh my god, what a surprise, what a surprise. But as a Korean, and I'm actually very fluent in Korean. Yo, Jacksepticeye. 나보다 더 잘할 수 있을 것 같아? Anyways, oh my god. I'm going to watch Jack's latest video and comment on. Well, I don't even know if people are gonna watch my video. I don't even know if Jack's gonna watch my video, but what am I gonna do? Oh my god, people are gonna look for my IP address and try to murder me or something. I ain't gonna watch Jack's speak Korean and judge him. Let's start. Let's see how he does.
안녕하세요. 안녕하세요. Welcome everybody. 반갑습니다. 저 한국인이에요.
Wow.
축하해요. Apparently I speak fluent Korean now, which I am glad because I've practiced it for very little time in the last few years. So I'm glad that it's
What
finally
does that
caught
mean?
on.
He practiced very little and he's very fluent in Korean. He's a bad genius, isn't he?
Now, I've never been amazing at Korean. I knew a lot of words and a lot of like phrases that I could butcher together.
I do have to admit, from the beginning, he said a few words that are very. I wouldn't expect a foreigner to use. So he knows a lot of words, that's for sure.
So I think this was the first time I did it. Saikuno odigayo.
Is that Korean?
What does that mean?
Chaoga
저기 있네.
어디 있어요?
화장실 어디에요?
어디에요?
한국말 잘 못해요.
한국말 잘 못해요.
So
안녕하세요.
안녕하세요. Oh, there's no subtitles in this
오늘은
one.
뭐 먹었어요?
밥 먹었어요.
와, 무슨 밥?
It's just translating auto-generated English. Museum. Wow, museum pop. Okay, I'll translate for you. She said hello, and then 밥 먹었어요. She asked what I ate, and I said I ate rice.
와, 무슨 밥?
What did you?
Rice. I don't know what just rice is. 그냥 밥.
그냥 밥 먹었어?
I remembered it after I watched this clip back, and I was like, oh yeah, duh.
그냥 밥 먹었어?
김치찌개 먹었어요.
와, 오 잘했어. 와.
I said I ate kimchi jjigae, which is like or kimchi stew, which is absolutely delicious, by the way. You should try that.
I don't like kimchi.
If you
I'm
can.
Korean,
Korean
I
food
don't
is
like
some of my favorite
kimchi.
food on the planet. It's so delicious, but it's on the spicier side. So if you're not into spicy foods, a lot of Korean food will be off the table for you. But I also like how this clip is basically like Tina's my mom, and she's asking like,
He's right. He was right about that. Oh my god, I'm surprised. He noticed that. Like, she actually had this sort of a mockery kind of tone. Like, oh, 잘했어. Like, oh, good job, that kind of tone. And he got that. Holy shit.
what did you do in school today? And what did you eat? And I'm like, kimchi jjigae 먹었어요.
That was amazing. He understood the tone of Korean as well. Holy shit, he's a genius.
And then I said, which
I was gonna make fun of him. I mean, he does sound like a child. He does, honestly, he does. But like, oh my god, he picked up something that is not how should I say, a common. He sort of went a little above, like the tone and the of the language. That's amazing.
task did you do?
Among Us 노랬어.
Oh yeah. So at this point, she said Among Us 노랬어, which sounds like nore, which is like to sing or a song.
He's right.
And I thought she was like, I sang Among Us. So I caught that. And I think, I don't know what the actual verb is. I think it's norasso.
Yes, he's right.
And norasso. Like they're very, very close. And I didn't know what the...
I was surprised by that. I was like, oh, is Tina fluent? But here it's sort of like, is she fluent? Is it her first language? I don't think so.
verb to play was, so I just thought she said she was singing, and then everyone was like, oh my god, he's amazing, he even caught her on her mistake, and I'm like, I just had no idea what she said. Jacksepticeye speaks fluent Korean.
Among Us 했어?
노래했어?
아니 노래 안 했어.
무슨 노래? So I asked her what song.
몰라.
She said, I don't know.
So she's not fluent.
잘 가요.
네, 잘 가.
And then it said,
Speak Korean. Then what if I just
feel bad for throwing my old one away.
what if we just
Oh,
start
I heard of this. Yeah, Jay from Day 6. Apparently he's a Korean idol.
randomly speaking Korean? 진짜 제약 이럴 줄 몰랐는데 정말 너무하네.
What? He didn't sound, I don't know, he didn't sound natural. Maybe he was forcing it.
뭐라고요?
아 진짜 이럴 줄 몰랐는데 진짜 너무하네.
뭐 말했어요?
Okay. He's saying, oh man, I didn't think you would do that. You're terrible. That's what he said. That's what he really said.
나 한국말 잘 못해요.
너무해요. 잭님 너무해요.
Jack Nim. So Jack Nim is like in Japanese san or like kun, something sort of respectful kind of tone. So Jack Nim no 너무하네.
So at this point, I wasn't like, my reaction is like, what did you just say? Which falls in line with what he was actually saying as like a proper reaction, but I actually had no idea what he was saying. I could pick up a little bit of it. I knew he was directing something at me, mainly because he said my name. But it was funny because his chat was spamming him to speak Korean to me, and my chat was spamming me to speak Korean to him as well.
하는 거 다 알아요. 거짓말하지 마세요.
거짓말 하지 마세요. I know that, and he's speaking very politely to me. 하지 마세요 instead of 하지 마요.
Put the code in again. It's
거짓말 아니야. 나 진짜 잘 못해요.
Dude, that's crazy. You actually speak Korean. My chat was telling me you spoke Korean.
Yeah, they were spamming me as well. But you, I've been practicing it on Tina, and then I went to Lily, and I was like, okay, that's too hard. But you're like a full-on native speaker. That's far too
stuck
hard.
on
What's funny about this one, though, is that when I spoke that to him, I went back and watched the clip from his side after that, and everyone in his chat was saying, oh my god, he said you're native. That's such a huge compliment. And that threw me for a loop, because from my perspective, Jay's a full-on native, fluent speaker of Korean, right?
I heard he's not. I heard he's somewhere in Asia, but he's not Korean. That's what I've heard.
So I didn't understand that side of things, but apparently I complimented him. But yeah, listening to someone actually speak fluent Korean throws me for a loop, because it's spoken so fast, and I just get so lost, and I'm like, okay, what did you say? And I can pick up like tiny bits like little verbs here and there, and I can kind of like mash the sentence together, but I lose so much of it. There it is. 진짜.
Holy shit.
진짜 잘한다. And then laughing.
Uh-huh.
누군가 했던데 charming 조가 나오네. I don't know what this means, but I can read it. I'm just very, very slow at it because I didn't learn it that way first, which I should have. It would have helped me so much more. But I can guarantee you, it seems so daunting, but the Korean alphabet is so perfect. I'd say it's probably one of the greatest alphabets in the world, and the way word structure is put together. Maybe we'll do a little bit on that after this, but just to give...
He is right. I heard Korean is easiest language to learn because of that, because of the writing system. That's what I've heard. And I'm surprised he can read. Does that mean he can write? To tell you the truth, I can't write Korean very well either. Like my grammar's all over the place and my spelling's all over the place.
Some galbi? Korean barbecue?
Where are you getting that? Kalbi? 정말 맛있어.
What? You speak Korean?
대박. You speak Korean?
대박. 대박 is like a slang. Oh my god. Oh my god, that is so cool. I can't believe it. Oh man, I wish I had someone like that for Japanese. Like a little a partner who knows both my language, you know.
Oh. 완전 맛있어.
완전 맛있어.
So these two guys I met playing Rust. This was my first time actually meeting them and interacting with them, and their base was right across the street from ours. And super nice guys, really glad I met them. But they have some Korean friends, and this guy was married to a Korean lady, so they knew some of it, but I just let the clip say. What?
뭐야?
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 Oh, very. Your pronunciation is kind of very. I mean, I was kind of intimidated. I mean, it was really good.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say was shit. Oh, I was getting ready to get my axe out. Just prepare. Just in
your
case.
accent is actually Pog. It's good.
Oh, thank you. The greatest compliment you can get from the streaming world. Yes, I am fluent in Korean. Damn it! Let that spread around the internet, because we all know if you say something on the internet enough, it doesn't matter whether it's true or not. As long as you say it enough, it becomes the fact. So if we just say that on the internet enough, that Jacksepticeye speaks fluent Korean, then that's all we need. Then nobody will ever test me on it. And I can just go around the internet pretending that I am amazing at Korean. And then, shipal. Is that the word I think it is? If that's the word I think it is, yeah,
it should be
Korean word
censored.
You shouldn't directly. Okay, so I'm
It should be
swearing in Korean
censored.
now. And I keep saying that anybody who wants to learn Korean, I think the alphabet you could probably learn in 30 minutes. And
I
that
believe
seems
true.
like hyperbolic, but you really could. It's not that hard to learn. Whether you remember what every single letter
30
is,
minutes,
is a
I'm
different
not
story,
sure.
but learning how to read it,
But it
is
wouldn't
really,
take
really
long.
straightforward. Because that's how I learned it. I didn't learn it by just reading books or looking at videos or watching things. I learned it by being absorbed in the culture. And I do really, really want to go back to Korea someday and just kind of hang out and go with Evelyn and show her around, if I remember any of the spots that I went to. And because I've been there 4 times, I think, 2 weeks at a time, every time. So I've been there quite a bit. And I've loved it every single time. The food, the people.
Really?
It's always just been a marvelous experience. And I want to go back and just be absorbed in that again and listen to so much Korean all around me and see it sort of everywhere. Because when I was there, I felt like a child. Like learning a language for the first time, I'd read all of the signs, trying to figure out what each one was, see if I was getting faster and faster at it the longer I was there. And I would sit there. We watched Muhan Dojun, which is like a Korean variety show.
Oh my
and I watched
god.
that or Running Man was another one. I watched that in her apartment with her and her mother at the time. And it wasn't subtitled, but I still knew what was going on, and I was picking up so many words as I was watching it.
Oh my god, he watches.
And I don't know if I could still learn the language.
He watched Wonenter and Running Man. I watched that show. Holy shit.
Things like that. What is this video about? What did I get into? I don't know. I speak fluent Korean. 어쨌든 커피 사주세요. Wait, none of you.
Please buy me coffee.
Very few of you speak Korean. For any of the Koreans out there, please buy my coffee. And for any of the other people out there, please buy my coffee. That's what I said. I was trying to plug my coffee. I'm
surprised. I thought I would be, what a good picture to freeze on. Anyways, but I am gonna freeze it on that. I thought I would bash on him more. He does sound like a child sometimes. Like, you know, as they trying to articulate and try to be clear as what they're trying to say. But the important part is, I understand him. I think he does deserve the title. He's fluent in Korean. Yeah, the only problem it might be like he's missing a bit too much vocabulary to make the what he says trying to be more fluent and concise with the grammar and all that. But I understand him. That is good enough in my opinion. The reason I was laughing so much in the beginning of this video was because I thought I was gonna bash on him seriously. But he picked up on like mistakes from another Korean person. So yeah, that was really amazing. That was really good. I'm surprised. He liked Korea. I'm a little shocked by that because honestly, I have went to Korea myself, and it's actually I had a lot of fun. But my other half of my family who lives in Korea, he's living there for some reason. But every time I visit, I would have so much fun there. So I think it's the fact that you're coming over to have fun is the mindset. I think people just don't like to live where they want to, where they're living. Another thing is, holy shit, he watched Wonderjon. That's old though. That's really old stuff. But it's such a fun show. At least there were good ones. It's, in my opinion, it sort of like became boring. Running Man right now I think it's a little boring. It was a lot of fun back when it started, but people were getting hurt, so they had to sort of like, come on, settle down a bit. Oh my god, I hate kimchi. I can't believe Jack likes that stuff. Oh my god. But another thing is, I don't drink. I think that has to do with it. I hate the smell of alcohol. Maybe that's why the smell is a little more sensitive to me when it comes to kimchi as well. So I was trying to bash on Jack for this video as a clickbait and like sort of a funny kind of video. But I got nothing to really bash him for. He's really good in Korean. I gave him approval of fluent in Korean. I understand him enough. I think that's good enough when you are speaking another language. So yeah, he's fluent in Korean. I can't bash him for it. And this was supposed to be sort of a heartwarming, joking clickbait video, but like, I was supposed to say welcome back, Jack, at the end, you know, after making fun of him throughout the whole video. But yeah, I got nothing to say. He's good. And Jack, I was a fan of him for a long time. I knew he spoke Korean because I knew about him playing the Korean horror game White Day. And that's how I knew. He was sort of translated a few times, and that was really cool. And yeah, I'm glad you're back, Jack, and after that period. And coming back strong. I feel like that's really good. Yeah, welcome back, and good to see you, Jack, if you're watching this video. And I don't know if I'm gonna get much views, but there you go. Anyways, thank you for watching. Jack, I hope you saw this. This is Wonenter, you may call me One, and don't forget about me. Bye bye. Bye.